Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the first day of week 4. We started off this workout with a top double RPE 9, 87.5 to 92.5%. First double I pulled was with 340. That was 92.5%. And guess what? It was not an RPE 9. So I decided to make the jump 10 pounds to 350. I pulled that for a double. And guess what? It moved pretty good. And it didn't quite feel like a 9 either. But I decided to leave it there because I didn't want to fry myself too early. Spoiler alert, I fry myself anyway on this workout. This is one of the toughest workouts I've had on this program. In fact, so far, this is the toughest workout I've had on this program, and it is due in no short part to pulling that 350 for a double. We had back off 3x3s at 80%, which is 295 pounds. I'm running into this problem again. You know, when I used an MRAP test, I pulled 315 for 6. Now, I thought 315 for 6 was the most that I could ever pull. I'm starting to think I may have left some reps in the tank. Or AMRAP tests are just not as efficient in deciding what your true 1-rep max is. And I'm kind of wishing that I had kind of just tested my 1-rep max. Although that would have been kind of dangerous given my situation at the time, coming off of an injury. However, I am finding myself constantly undershooting on RPEs every single time I go into the gym, especially on lower body lifts. Now, really quickly, after those deadlifts, we had paused high bar with 225 pounds at an RPE 7. This was true to RPE, and these wrecked me. I mean, those two movements alone make this workout just ridiculously tough. I was absolutely dead after this workout. After this movement. I mean, shit. This movement alone killed me. This was supposed to be 2 count pauses, but man, I was so fatigued, I don't even know if I stayed there for 1 full second. But I did what I could. They're still paused, so that's all that matters. Anyway, I want to ask the audience this. What would you do in this situation? Because I've read through the ebook, and Jeff Nippard does not talk about what to do if your percentage doesn't line up with your RPE. I mean, in theory, 92.5% is a 3-rep max, right? That's usually how that work pans out. But obviously, I've either not estimated my 1-rep max correctly, or I just gained strength somehow out of nowhere. I don't know. But Jeff doesn't talk about what to do in this situation. Should you stay true to RPE? Or should you stay true to percentage? Now, my working in the past has been you stay true to RPE if the reps are 5 or less. You stay true to percentage if the reps are 6 or more. The reason being is it just the sort of acute fatigue of doing a set of like 8 to close to failure would, in my opinion, feel a lot more than doing a set of 3 close to failure. Meaning that a set of 8 is going to wreck you a lot more at RPE 9 versus a set of 3 at RPE 9. Now, I still don't want to leave any gains on the table. You know, if I can, like, remember the squat from at the beginning of last week where I took that set of 255 for 8, and I felt like it wasn't quite an RPE 8.5. So, you know, I'm kind of conflicted here. I don't want to cause too much fatigue that it affects the rest of my workout week, but at the same time, I don't want to leave any strength gains and muscle gains on the table. And Jeff doesn't talk about this in his ebook, so I don't know. Has he answered this question somewhere else? Maybe I should go look for it. I don't know. Getting into the rest of this workout was pretty simple. Just a bunch of fluff work. Not fluff work. I mean, this is important stuff. These are pull-throughs. 65 pounds again on the good cable machine instead of that shitty one in the other corner. These ones felt awful. Not because they felt bad necessarily, but just because I was so fried that I only got 12 reps on these sets and I still felt like it was close to failure. We did leg curls after this, and I should have definitely dropped the weight on these because these leg curls look atrocious. This is 175 pounds for sets of 8. I should have just dropped it by 10 pounds, adjusted mid-workout because my glutes and hamstrings were just absolutely fried. Should have just made that call. Don't be like me. Just drop the weight and get better reps because, man, those curls are probably not doing much for me, to be honest. And then we ended the workout with some single leg body weight calf raises. That is a 20-pound kettlebell in my hand. And adding that 20 pounds actually made a significant difference. These were pretty tough. So I'm glad that adding some weight made these a bit more challenging. But yeah. All in all, this was an extremely tough workout. Like I mentioned, the toughest on the program so far. Really happy I pulled that 350. That is an all-time PR. Don't know if I mentioned that. That's the most weight I've ever pulled, in at all, let alone for a double. So stoked about that. Don't know what I'm going to do about my RPE's percentage sort of conundrum. But what I do know is I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.